here we are again. God, I am not looking pretty. It's fine. Hey, today I decided we're carrying off some momentum going on. We've made videos 2 days in a row for what feels like the first time in forever, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So I figured let's go ahead and try to predict the winner of every playoff division. Every playoff division. Every NFL division. Uh, yeah, I think this one should be really exciting, to be honest with you. I believe I saw someone else doing it today, so shout out to them, whoever it was. But yeah, no, it sounded like a good idea in my head as well. So then when I heard that, I was like, oh, great. Uh, either way, I'll shut up. Let's get to the video. Let's get to the part where you're here for, that I'm actually predicting. Yeah. Also, sorry, I need to get to the video, but um, I know there was some flash flooding in the New Mexico area. Obviously, Texas is going through some stuff. Um, Absolutely, prayers for them. I hope everything gets well for them. That's all we can hope for. Is that things get better, things get stronger. We're stronger together than we are apart. So hopefully we can come together. That's the only thing I really have right now. Let's get going. Starting off with the AFC East, I think that this one's pretty much like a kind of cut and dry right now. I like. I think New England is going to be better. I think New York. I don't have a lot of faith in the Jets. I really don't. I think that they've taken steps in the wrong direction. I think they're going to win some football games though, and I think that that might be the next team I try to do like a whole schedule kind of thing on. But yeah, I think that Buffalo was clear and dry going to win this division. I think number two could possibly be New England. Number three could possibly be the Miami Dolphins, and I think the Jets do go slide into number four. Now, Mike Vrabel did just get there, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. They could definitely take steps in the wrong direction. They can definitely take steps backwards. Definitely not look as good as we think that they're going to be. I think Drake May is going to look a lot better when he comes back, but that's just how things kind of go. Overall, I think that the AFC East is pretty cut and dry for me. The Buffalo is going to win, barring injuries. If injuries do happen, obviously, that these kind of things are probably not going to go well. But over here, we're going to put the winners over here for you and what order we think it's going to go. And let's go to the next one. To the AFC North, this one I think is, again, a pretty obvious one. The Bengals, there's too many issues surrounding their defense for me to go, you know what, I think that they're going to be the one. Pittsburgh, I think, is going to take some steps back. I don't think it's going to be like massive steps back. I think that maybe it's a team that's probably just around that 500 part because that's just kind of what they do at this point. I think Cleveland's going to struggle quite a bit. Personally, I don't really love what Cleveland's bringing to the table this year, but hopefully with Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Sampson, was it Henderson? I believe it was Henderson. And I could be wrong. That could be Judkins, but one of them, I think that that could be the spark that the Browns are needing for the next couple of years. I think right now though, you're taking things in the wrong direction. So starting at one, I think the Baltimore Ravens will be at number one. I think the Bengals will be at number two. Steelers at three. Cleveland at four. I do think Cincinnati takes a playoff spot right now in my head. So I might try to make sure I add that in there. But right now, I think the Ravens pretty much cut and dry have this one. The AFC South. Now, this one, I have some questions. I think Jacksonville could take this. Personally, I'm going to lock in Houston Texans to win this division. But the Jaguars will be at number two. I think that they're going to be very, very close. Colts will be at three. Titans will be at four. As much as I love the Titans, this team is just, I don't have a lot of faith. I mean, there's no reason to have faith. You know what I mean? It's a team that literally won one game at home last year, and it was to the Patriots. You're hoping Cam Ward's that guy. And I absolutely hope Cam Ward's that guy. But I'm not completely sold there. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is kind of his prove it year. If he proves it, then this team could absolutely win that division. That defense is very good. I think Travis Hunter is going to be awesome. I love Brian Thomas Jr. I'm a big fan. I think that they will be second because I do think Houston's going to be better. I don't know how much better. I haven't really taken a full look at their schedule myself. I like that team a lot more than I think most do because they've been to the divisional round. the last 2 years. So obviously, whatever they're doing over there is doing great with DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud. So yeah, I think I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. I'm gonna go with the Colts and the Titans. Okay, heading over to the AFC West. When it comes to this one, I think everybody is pretty cut and dry. They think it'll be the Chiefs. I actually think there will be an upset this year. I've decided to go with what I've seen all over the place, and I think the Denver Broncos are going to win this division. I could be crazy in thinking that. In fact, I probably am. But I believe in Denver. I do. I believe in Bo Nix. I believe he's going to be very good this year. And that is why I'm going to go with Denver at number 1, Kansas City number 2, Chiefs at 3. No, Chiefs at 2, Chargers at 3. I'm sorry. And then the Raiders will be 4, but they're going to be a lot better than they are. I really do think that the last 2 playoff spots come to the AFC West. There's no reason to believe that the AFC South or the AFC East are gonna be able to beat the Chargers or the Chiefs or anything like that. So, yeah, I would probably be putting the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna put them at number 2 for now. There is a little bit of uncertainty there. I am not completely sold on all the things that they've done on the offensive line. They're kind of rebuilding and stuff like that. But you do have one of the best quarterbacks, I think at this point we could say of all time, in Patrick Mahomes. I think he's really good. I think he's up there. I you could even argue top 10. So yeah, no, I think Patrick Mahomes there. But yeah, let's lock in Denver. Let's lock in Denver. Let's lock in the Chiefs. Let's lock in the Chargers. Hey, only thing we can do is be wrong, right? Going over to the NFC East, yeah, this one's pretty cut and dry for me. Personally, I think the Eagles are going to win this division. The Commanders, I'm going to go with Eagles, obviously, over y'all. I'm going to go with the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Commanders, and then the Giants. I think the Cowboys are going to be better, and this is completely barring any injuries. I think that they're a playoff team. I am still kind of sticking with that. I think the Commanders are going to be good. I don't know if they're going to be great. The only real criticism I have is Terry needs to get paid. And if he has as the recording of this video, I am completely null on that one. I don't love Deebo Samuel as your gadget kind of guy. Maybe he turns out to be really, really good. Their defense, I think, still has a little bit of work to be desired. The reason that we're talking them the most is because I think that this is going to be the team that people are thinking, okay, they're going to just take that step in the right direction. We have seen sophomore slumps be a thing. We saw just with C.J. Stroud last year that his season was definitely not as great as it could have been. I still think that he is the best quarterback in that draft class at the moment. But yeah, I just don't have a lot of faith right now. And I'm gonna go with the Commanders at number 3, the Cowboys at number 2, Giants at 4. The NFC North. Okay. So I know I said in the predictions video that I believe that the Lions are going to win this division. I think I'm going to stick with that. Looking this over. I think I'm going to stick with that. But I think I'm going to put the Bears at number 2. And I'm calling myself crazy here. I think the Bears will be a little bit better this year. I'm going to mark them as a playoff team, by the way. The Packers at 3. No, the Vikings at 3 and the Packers at 4. And the crazy thing about this is every single one of these teams could have a winning record. I've kind of started to really like what the Bears are doing. I think that they're going to be a team that has a little bit to go off of. But that being said, this is also a brand new head coach. So if I'm wrong, I'm completely wrong. This is not a guy that has the experience like Dan Quinn did, or DeMeco Ryans was technically a fresh new head coach, but he played in the NFL for a long time. I think he was a really, really good linebacker. Yeah, I think that Ben Johnson is going to do some cool things here. I think he's going to do some great things here. I think they're going to finish at 2. I'm going to go with the Vikings at 3 and the Packers at 4. And I'm not completely sold on this because I just think that NFC North is going to be wide open. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think I'm going to stick with what I got, and I like what we're going with here. The NFC South, this is the one that I'm going to predict a new winner. For sure. And I believe my new winner is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. Yep, I know it's kind of crazy, but their offense is still very loaded. Yeah, they got they got beat by Bryce Young and the Panthers. But that offense is absolutely crazy, barring Kyle Pitts gets traded, which I don't think I see happening at this point until maybe mid-season at best. But if Michael Penix is able to unlock what he's able to do over there, then we're not even going to be talking about this. You still have Bijan Robinson, you have Drake London, you still have what is his name, Darnell Mooney over there. You have Kyle Pitts. This offense is absolutely insane. I believe Tyler Allgeier is still over there as well. Your offensive line, if it improves in the slightest, and your defense, with another year under that head coach, I think they're going to be just fine. And I'm going to lock in Atlanta to be the number one team. I think Tampa will be number two, the Panthers at three. It's pretty obvious the Saints are probably going to be at four because of just how much I just don't believe in that team whatsoever. But either way, I'm really liking Atlanta at this point, and I think that's who I'm going to lock in. And the last division we're talking about, this one is actually not that close for me. I'm going with and we're talking the NFC West. I gotta at least mention it. I think the Rams are gonna win this one. Seattle has done a lot of moves in this offseason to make things a little bit better, but I think that they realize that we're kind of in a rebuilding pattern still. Last year was a lot of good things to look at. We were in 10-7 range. I think that we're going to be taking things in that kind of direction. I think this division stays exactly the same as it did last year. I think it'll be the Rams. I think it'll be the Seahawks. I think it'll be the Cardinals, and I think it'll be the Niners. The Niners have a lot to redo. Their defense needs a little bit of a redo. Their offense needs a redo. The Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, this is probably his prove it year. Kyler Murray's going to have to go out there, ball out, show up, show out. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be looking to show everybody how he does things. In fact, I think I'm going to change what I've said. I think Arizona goes number two. I don't have it's probably because I don't believe in Sam Darnold, and we're not getting another Matt Flynn situation apparently, because I love Jalen Milroe. I hated when my Vols played against him, but he was such a very good player. I would not be surprised if he turns out to be the best quarterback in his draft class, just because I've seen his potential live. I've seen it in every kind of way that I can. But yeah, I'm gonna lock in. Rams, I think, are going to be better this year, and we're going to talk about that later because I really need to. I kind of want to do their cool schedule breakdown as well after doing what they did with the Titans. I want to do Arizona at number two, the Seahawks at three, and the Niners at four. But and all these are obviously just predictions. We could definitely be wrong. In fact, I expect to be wrong because that's just kind of how I do things around here. But that being said, man, this was a lot of fun. I'm happy to be talking to you guys again. Let's keep making these videos. Let's keep grinding them out. I love you so very much if you spend the time to listen to me and my really horribly edited videos. But we're working hard. We're trying to get better for you guys. I love y'all so very much. Prayers up for that area down there in the south. Texas, New Mexico. I hope everything is well with all of you. Stay safe, my friends. I hope to see you on the next one. Y'all, please have a great rest of your day.